evening, Bay Metalheads. I wanted to do a video about what's going on in the Babe Metal universe, if you will, because there's a lot to talk about. So many things have happened this year, and it's not just yet another album that's incoming. It's like clearly bigger change, and the end of an era, and the beginning of a new one. So I thought I'd do a recap of what has happened, and then give my thoughts on it. I've been a fan of many bands in my life, yet being a Bay Metal fan has really led to some amazingly fun moments and some major life-changing events. It feels great to have discovered Babe Metal all the way from where they kind of just started to get attention and fame over here in the West, being able to see them live on their first European show ever back in Paris in 2014, their first festival show at the Sonisphere. All these memories that I can't believe are from 4 years ago. And it's important to remember that a lot of things that we thought would happen to the band didn't happen. And many things happened that defied our expectations, but I'll get back to this a little bit later in the video. There's no need to do a recap of the history of Babe Metal, so let's just jump into 2018. On January 5th, Kami band member and guitar virtuoso Mikio Fujioka passed away. It was so unexpected and so devastating. I couldn't help but think about those times I'd seen him on shows, and not necessarily the Baby Metal shows, but those more local shows where he played with his various musical projects. And the most fond memory I have of Fujioka was that night at the Music Bar Circle when we talked. He watched my covers, and then he let me play on his guitar, and I was so nervous because I couldn't play anything because he was there, and I was playing on his guitar. And on that day, and still now, it's really hard to comprehend the fact that he's gone. We all went on to miss him dearly, but we never would have imagined that was just the first of many things that would happen the upcoming months. On the 8th of May, Bay Metal played their first show of 2018. As always, fans gathered together from all over to enjoy one of the most entertaining live bands that are out there. Once the lights and the music hit, the audience was introduced to something somewhat different. Bay Metal were wearing new costumes. The Kami band were wearing new costumes. Wait, we have backup dancers now? Hey, they're playing new songs. Oh wait, where is Yui? With everything new that was introduced on this show, the one thing that caused the most confusion was the absence of Yui Metal. This raised 1,000 questions. People were upset, people were confused, and worried about what might have happened. People were upset about the lack of notifications, demanding to know whether or not Yui would be present on the show for which they had bought a ticket for. Is she even still a part of the band? Who are the backup dancers? Are they replacing her? Will they be gone later? People had no idea what was going on. A few days later, we got word that Yui Metal was still in Baby Metal, but that she would not be present on the US tour. But then what happened? On April the 1st, Baby Metal uploaded a promotional video on YouTube, promoting 10 people, the 3 and the 7. With this, even more questions started to arise. Obviously the 3 were Su, Moa, and Yui, but who are the 7? Are we talking about Bay Metal and all the different Kami band members? Will there be more backup dancers and singers like in many other larger idol groups? What is going on? Is this just an April Fool's Day joke? Very soon we had to get into this whole only the Fox God knows thing, and we just had to give it time. Keep in mind, there are no interviews at this point. We're left in the dark. During this time, many Baby Metal fans were pretty worried about what was going to happen, because we all kind of got at this point that something big was going to happen. There were to be some major changes in the band, and we didn't really know where it was going. Some people were probably excited, some people were probably pretty worried. And theories started to emerge regarding Yui's absence from the shows, both the US tour and the tour around Europe. She was just gone from the shows and we still had no news. There was also a fair dose of pretty absurd theories that people were spreading based on pretty much nothing and created out of thin air just for the sake of creating drama and gossip, and it was pretty frustrating to read about some of the things that were said. The conspiracy Baby Metal heads of the summer of 2018. But we tried to stay patient, we went with it, we tried to keep updated on the new songs, at least until we would get some news about what was going on. This brings us to very recently, to October. Starlight is released. We're all excited about the new song, finally a new single. We get into the lyrics and we understand that this must be the tribute to Mikio Fujioka. And I had been waiting for Baby Metal to really dedicate something to Mikio Fujioka, and so I was really happy to see it.